Hey guys, Gary with Benchmark Realty. I recently started working with a first-time home buyer, and he had started asking a lot of questions. So I decided, in answering these questions, and they're good questions, it reminded me of, many years ago I worked with a young lady who was using a Illinois grant. And to get this grant, you had to go through two 6-hour courses. They were Saturdays, 8 to 2, and I thought, I'll go with you, and you can never get enough education. And they were really insightful. So, what I've decided to do is start a series every week of highlights of this course. Illinois does offer grants, and contact me. I can get you links to those that help with down payment assistance. Some of them are grants that are forgiven. Some stay on the home until you sell it down the road. Um, but over the next several series, live videos, um, we'll be discussing these in the order of this course. Very briefly, I am more than happy to meet with anyone and sit down and have longer conversations. So, in this first time homebuyer course, the first question they ask is it the right time to buy for me? And something that you have to remember when you go to buy a house is its longevity. When you buy it, you need to live in it at least 5 years before you start seeing true equity. So, buying a home isn't something that you just rush into. Whether or not it's your time to buy and you think it's the right time to buy depends on you and your situation. Your first home can come at any stage in life. I've helped 60-year-old people who have lived in apartments their whole life buy a home at 60 on Social Security or disability. I've helped 21-year-olds buy their first house. Every situation is different. So, in answering, right now is the perfect time to buy because interest rates are low and the Treasury is locked or has kept interest rates low. I do know that starting September 1st, refinances, if you're doing secondary market, the refinancing, certain secondary market loans like FHA, VA are going to tack on a additional percentage to the loan. So any of you looking to refinance, you need to do it soon and quick. But back to topic, is it the right time to buy for me? And every person, it's different for every person. I'm a big fan of pros and cons list. You, if you notice that you've been paying rent for a while and you've started adding up how much you're paying for rent, and you're able to put money back in savings and still live by means, that could be a good indicator that for you it's time to start considering buying a house. If you notice that you're spending a lot of money on your rental to fix it up, painting, landscaping, stuff like that, that sometimes is a good indicator. If your job is stable, right now, the big question is with COVID and the ups and downs and the closes, is my current job, is it essential? Because the last thing you want to do is start a home buying process and then it be shut down. So several things play into if it's the right time for you to buy a home. If you are able to save money, again, that's the big one. Can you live comfortably and save money? Is your job stable? And do you plan on staying where you're at for at least 5 years? If you can answer yes to those questions, then it's time to maybe start considering it. If your income is subpar, like it's minimum wage, but you're cut down to part-time, that doesn't mean you can't buy a house. It just means you may not be able to buy as much of a house. And we'll discuss that in a future episode. So determining if it's the right time for you to buy a house make a make a list. Am I going to be in this area for 5 years that I'm looking to buy? Is my job essential? Is it stable? Am I going to have it? Am I looking at a promotion soon? Can I save 10% of my paycheck every week and still live comfortably? These are all things that you need to think about as the starting process of, is it right for me to buy a home? For some people, renting is the best option. Maybe you travel a lot for work, or you're not home much, or um, you can't really save that 10% because it's taking everything you can to get where you need to be. And that's fine too. But if you follow those guidelines, rough, loose guidelines, it might be a good time for you to buy a home. At the beginning of every week, I will be saving these videos to my YouTube channel. It's Gary Benchmark Realty Damerman and Associates. Each episode will pertain to a different part of the buying process. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. This was a shorter segment. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just to help you spark, is it time for me to buy? Should I think about buying? I encourage anyone to shoot me a message, call me. My cell phone's posted everywhere. My website is www.sellwithgary.realtor. My contact information's on there, my Facebook page, my YouTube page, Instagram. I'm easy to access. I'm more than happy to meet with anyone and discuss, is it the right time? The next episode, we'll be talking about financing, and it'll be the follow-up to this one, just in the steps. And until next week, peace.